Hi, I'm Nick. Welcome back to Polar Ice Creamery. There's been a bit of a gap from the last video, so apologies about that. But everyone voted for a s'mores ice cream in a poll I put up on YouTube, and that's what we've done here. We made a s'mores video, actually. I'll put a picture up of the tub because it's right at the back there and I can't get it at the moment, of Ben & Jerry's Gimme S'more, and that was incredible, really good. It had a really nice kind of warm flavour, but I think personally I could have done with a little bit more of that burnt marshmallowy taste to it. And when everyone voted for this, I was really quite excited to make it again. We're going to do it a completely different way. So if you want to see how we attack this, look at that tub, then stick around and we'll show you. So to start this ice cream base, we're going to put our milk in the pan and we're going to use a proprietary stabilizer mix in some of the sugar here, which you can see me mix in. Once that's really nicely combined, essentially what you're trying to do is just remove any lumps of stabilizer so that it all dissolves nicely in your liquid. Once that's mixed, add your sugars into your milk, and then we're going to add in some malt extract here. This is a new ingredient for me. We don't get this many places in England, so I'm really excited to actually finally get hold of it. It's actually used in the making of beers, ales and lagers, which is where I got this from. Anyway, we're going to add that into our milk, make sure we're warming that up nicely and that completely dissolves before we add in our milk powder. And then, as you know, my milk powder is rubbish. It's going to take us ages to get that dissolved and homogenized. Once it's ready, we're going to take it off the heat and put our mixture in a container where we're going to add in our cream and then finally our vanilla extract. This is homemade vanilla extract. It's triple fold, so really strong stuff. Then you're going to pop that in the fridge overnight to chill down. The next stage for this one is our graham cracker crust. Now, we don't get graham crackers here in the UK. The best thing we've got as an alternative is digestive biscuits. So you're going to take your biscuit of choice, put it in a blender and get it really nicely fine, down to a really fine powder. And then to that, you're going to take your butter, melt it in a microwave, and then bring it back, mix it all together, and then pack out a baking sheet lined with parchment, pop that in the oven, and then when that's ready, take it out, let that cool down completely before you put it in the fridge. The next stage to this is making your marshmallow fluff. So what we've got here is a bain-marie. We've got an inch worth of water just simmering underneath, as you can see, and we've got our egg whites in the bowl. To that, we are going to add our table sugar and our golden syrup. You can use corn syrup if that's what you have available. I'd avoid the high fructose corn syrup though, as there just really is no need to have that in your pantry these days. Once that comes up to 75 degrees centigrade, you're going to take it off the pan and you're going to put it on a worktop, pop a dishcloth or towel or something underneath the bowl so it doesn't slide around, and get in there with your whisk or hand mixer or whatever kind of mixer you have available. What you're trying to do here is cool the mixture down whilst incorporating the air. As the mixture cools down, it will thicken up and leave you with a really lovely, glossy, smooth marshmallow fluff. Once that's ready, you can add in your vanilla extract, give it one final little whisk, and then pop that aside until you're ready to use it. It will keep for approximately 48 hours covered. If you're gonna put it in the fridge, just keep an eye, because after a few days this can start to separate depending on the ingredients you use. And the final element to this s'mores ice cream is the chocolate pieces. So we've taken a little mold here. This is actually coffee bean shaped, so I really like this mold. I might use it again. You're going to take your chocolate, we've used a milk chocolate here, and melt it in the microwave. To that, you're going to add in a small amount of deodorized coconut oil. So deodorized coconut oil is just coconut oil that has been passed through a filter to remove the actual taste of coconut. And what you're left with is just the fat. Adding it to your chocolate will make it harden slightly less and make it easier to work with in your mold. So once you've combined your coconut oil with your chocolate, stir it really well to make sure it's all nicely combined, and then fill up your mold as you can see here. Once it's ready, pop it in the fridge until later. After your ice cream base is completely chilled in the fridge, take it out, put it in your ice cream machine to churn. A lot of people ask if I pre-chill my ice cream machine. This one I do. I recommend you do with any ice cream machine, to be fair. Depending on the ice cream machine you use will depend how long it's recommended to chill it. So for mine, I just put it on 10 minutes, let it chill right the way down, and that will speed up your churning process. Whilst your ice cream is churning, you're gonna wanna prepare your chocolate and your biscuit. So take your chocolate pieces out the mold and put them in a little bowl, and take your graham cracker crust that you've made and chop it up into little cubes, whatever size you fancy. I've gone for about 1 centimeter cubes here. Put that in a little bowl because we're gonna add them into the ice cream in a minute. Once your ice cream churn is at the final stages and you can see the little ribbons forming on the top, you can add in your small chocolate pieces and your graham cracker crust. Keep that going until it's ready, and then we're gonna load up the tub, and look at this tub, it's incredible. And then we're gonna layer in our marshmallow fluff on top of the ice cream with the chocolate pieces and the graham cracker crust. Oh my word, my mouth is watering. Quick, get it in the freezer before we dish this up and demolish it. So, there's been a gap between the making of this ice cream and the dishing up part of this ice cream. It's been weeks, so I'm quite excited to try this. Let's get some scooped up let's get some scooped up into the bowl and see what it tastes like. I mean, first things first, when putting that marshmallow in and dishing it up, torching it really, I mean, look at it. You can smell it. You can smell that burnt marshmallow, and that's really what you wanted, torching it. It might seem a bit strange putting a flame or fire or blowtorch into your tub of ice cream. It doesn't melt the ice cream because you're literally just touching that surface. But that was really what was missing from the original Ben & Jerry's Gimme S'more flavour. So let's dig in and see what this tastes like. Wow, that is good. That's really good. So you get that burnt caramelization to the marshmallow fluff. You get that super buttery biscuit pieces throughout. You get those nice little chocolate chunks. I think next time I'd add a little bit more coconut oil to the chocolate just so it's a little bit more ganache rather than hard. I actually quite like hard chocolate pieces, but some people mightn't. So if you want slightly softer pieces of chocolate in this, then just add a little bit more coconut oil, and that will actually make it softer when it freezes. But the malt flavour for this vanilla base, that's essentially what it is. It's a vanilla base with malt extract in. Oh, it's super warming when it goes down. It tastes like a mug of Horlicks. It's familiar, it's autumnal, heading into winter. It makes you think of fires and sitting there in front of them. Yeah, it's really, really good. And that blend of all those ingredients, I'm going to take a picture so you can actually see what I'm looking at here. It's a perfect blend of all these kind of ingredients, and I'm really glad that I tried this version for the marshmallow fluff. Normally I use a Swiss meringue for marshmallow inside ice cream because it's a much more stable kind of process, because you're adding in an acid, so cream of tartar, or tartar as some people like to call it. You're adding in that, which is an acid which stabilizes the egg whites. In here you're adding the invert sugar, so here I used the golden syrup. You could use any invert sugar you like, doesn't really make any difference. But it's really sticky. It's really, really sticky, and And that is exactly what you... Oh, it smells incredible. Oh, I literally could eat the whole tub of that. You know what? This is so much better than that Ben & Jerry's Gimme S'more. If you liked that one, oh, that's good. I'm gonna have some more. If you liked the original Ben & Jerry's Gimme S'more, or you like s'mores, you like that warming kind of familiar caramelization flavors, do this one. Make this one. You will not be disappointed, I promise you. So, again, sorry for the delay. We're getting back on track now, so next week we're going to do the stabilizer video, which you've all voted for and asked for, which is quite an interesting one, a bit more of a sciencey one for those that need it and want it. And on the build up to Christmas, we've got a lot of nice warming things we're going to make. We're going to look at eggnog again. We're not going to make an eggnog ice cream. We're just going to make eggnog and drink it because, you know, that's the fun bit. So, as always, thanks very much for liking and subscribing this video. We're nearly at 1,000 subscribers, which is great. Hope you all have a good day, and we'll see you next time.